Ugh, my. It's a sad day for the Black community with the Democratic Party here in Virginia. No doubt about it. When your favorite Portsmouth State Senator, Senator Louise Lucas, yes, her, endorses Terry McAuliffe. Regardless of the situation, it's the same name and the same definition and the same outcome. She endorsed Terry McAuliffe, KKK Part 2, China's favorite friend, over every single one of you Black candidates. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Jennifer McClellan, Justin Fairfax, and Jennifer Foy. You might as well drop out the race. Senator Louise Lucas feels like every single Black candidate that's running for governor of Virginia is unqualified, inadequate, and not ready to be governor of Virginia. See, this is the problem with all that identity politics. See, y'all's looking forward to the first Black female governor of Virginia. That ain't happening. You're looking forward to what you felt like represented the fight in the summer of 2020. Let me make sure y'all are corrected here. The Democratic Party would have never allowed for the summer of 2020 to happen if Joe Biden was president. No. BLM wouldn't even have a chance to protest, let alone be able to go somewhere with their masks all covered up. Now, a good friend of mine said this exactly. The Democratic Party is going to be shown back up in the Black community in 4 more years, or whenever it's an election year, doing the same thing that they always been doing, making promises that they can't keep, and continuously feeling like they are entitled to your vote. It doesn't matter whether it's the NAACP, SCLC, and the rest. They all been bought off and paid off to basically be the promotional tool for your voice when they really don't represent it. The fact of the matter is, if you allow for this to happen, when you drive into Virginia, on the bottom of Virginia where it says welcome to Virginia, it's going to say owned by the Chinese Communist Party, where socialism is for lovers here in Virginia. See, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., he didn't want the Black community or anybody to depend on the government. We saw exactly what the government does when they feel like they don't have control over you and who you are. The fact of the matter is, he wanted you to be dependent of the government so you did not have to rely on the government when times like this happens, because the government will be as unreliable as they can be, just like the Democratic Party he refused to join. The fact of the matter is, he did not want you to look at the color of somebody's skin, but the content of their character. Where's the DNC character now in your community? You don't hear from them too much because they don't want to hear from you. They're happy with you silence, and they happy with you and the conditions that they put you in. The fact of the matter is, they are telling the Black community and Hispanic community, thank you for your vote, but stay in your lane. And once you get out your lane, out your place, that's a racist call that's perpetuated by the Democratic Party today. It's the modern racists. because you can't tell me that this isn't interesting for somebody to speak up about. And I'm speaking up for you. I think it's above reproach. I think it is shameful for them to continue to lie to you to get your vote. And you still thinking when they come around saying that you can be whatever you want to be really has some teeth to it. No, you're going to be whatever they want you to be, and they're happy with you suffering, starving, and basically being brainwashed as long as they get what they want out of you. Because you got to ask Jennifer McClellan, you got to ask Jennifer Floyd and Justin Fairfax, why did Senator Louise Lucas not endorse you? But guess what? Senator Louise Lucas was the one sending you over to that monument to destroy it while you got charged with felonies. Senator Louise Lucas had a law that protected her from criminal investigation. But guess what else happened today with McAuliffe campaign? Richmond Mayor LeVar Stoney, he's black too. They authorized the criminal investigation about his actions towards the monument. Guess what they all have in common, people? Jennifer Floyd, Jennifer McClellan, Fairfax, and Stoney are all black. The DNC does not feel Black Lives Matter. And for the black community, you need to show them that you do matter, that you no longer putting up or tolerating this shit. You need to tell them straight up that I want the Republican Party to now represent me, because we are tired of giving you chances, and every time frame we look like fools, and every single time frame we feel like there isn't a such thing as change, but a such thing as screwing us over. Because I didn't see Mr. Blackface and his friends authorize a criminal investigation on their friends. You may want to do a FOIA to look at all the different criminal investigations they ignored. But they made sure they caught up with Stoney. They made sure they sent that message out: stay in your place, stay in your lane. Aren't you sick and tired of somebody telling you from some stupid party to stay in your lane? See, they allowed all that stuff to happen because it was against President Trump, not for the benefit of the black community or for criminal justice reform. Even Governor Northam said marijuana ain't going to be legal until 2023. But he has been basically gassing it up like it's getting ready to come any day now. No. The fact is, he wants to keep locking you up on some BS because they need to make sure that the black vote stays their black vote. Get it? Because that's what they do. They tell you one thing and do another. And guess what? That's why you see all this impeachment talk going on and all this other stuff, because they are trying to draw your attention like they did with Russia while China snuck in the back door, no pun intended, with the Democratic Party and McAuliffe and the rest of them. They wanted to keep your attention from the reality of your circumstance right now, that they are using you for political propaganda. And once they're done with you, you're done. You're finished. You don't hear anything about the protests. You don't hear anything about the Kung Flu. You don't hear nothing on the news right now, do you? Guess why? Guess. Because it was politically beneficial to them, chaos, destruction, and more for election year. Long as it was against President Trump, ask yourself this question: how would it have been handled if it was really Joe Biden as president or Hillary Clinton or the rest of them. You seen Waco. Yep. You seen Waco. You see what they are capable of. And you haven't, you better watch it. Me, on the other hand, it's a nice philosopher I like to go by. I like to read the book, The Prince, maybe once or twice a year, just for reminders. And the way I stop the Democratic Party is slaughtering them all at one time. And I'm doing that right now because they didn't want me to do this Facebook Live right now, because that's what they've been doing the whole time period. And the Black community needs to speak up about this shit, and I'm speaking up. They are discriminating in the Democratic Party against your Black candidates and against the Black community. This has been planned out. That's why Joe Biden and Kamala Harris ain't answering your calls. Once you realize they are the DNC, not what they look like, but go by the content of their character, what you will see is a Black heart, not one for Black souls. So you need to make a decision. Are you going to keep putting up with this shit? Are you going to keep staying in your lane? Or are you going to say, enough is enough? This is the last time you play us the way you played us. Because Senator Louise Lucas and the rest of them, Clinton's favorite group, the DNC's poster children, like I said, they chose themselves. They didn't care to consider you. But the message for everybody in Virginia is the Black Democratic candidates for governor of Virginia is unqualified, unfit, and does not have the intelligence to be governor of Virginia. That didn't come from the Republican Party. Well, I just said it's the Democratic Party. God bless you. God bless America. And understand that the Republican Party has its doors wide open for you to come in and know the truth. God bless you.